Hi everybody. It's been a little while. I'm gonna go ahead and get my makeup done. I kind of want to go outside and explore the beautiful city of San Diego today. I really like this moisturizer, so if you want to see which one it is. Right now I'm in the process of figuring out like the best way to live life, if there's even a best way to live life. But I think part of it's just me figuring out how to live my most authentic life. I'm in my 20s, 26, and I feel like one thing that they don't tell you about being in your 20s is that you are constantly evolving, changing, reinventing yourself like countless different times. And there's this consistent like pressure to have it all figured out and to know where you're going, what direction you want to be. Like it's been like instilled in us even as kids, like, oh, what do you want to be when you grow up? And constantly working towards satisfying your inner child, I guess, and wanting to like live up to all of your childhood dreams. But with that process, I'm coming to realize that those also grow and change as you experience new things, you discover new things about yourself, and every time you reinvent yourself, it's like there's a lot of like questioning on whether you're going in the right direction, whether you're living up to your full potential, and you feel like it's not only a decision that you're making for yourself, but it's like all these other people and opinions kind of like reflecting like what they think that you should do. And so there's a lot of pressure that like comes with that. But I feel like part of the process is like knowing when to like ignore those voices and then really doubling down on like what really matters to you and like what you value just as like a person, and consistently moving through that with kindness and grace, not only for yourself but for the people around you. I'm reading a really good book called like 101 ways or essays that will like change the way that you think. And oftentimes like our own reality and perception is something that is only within our mind, and being able to control that and know that we're just not only our emotions, but we're so much more than that. We're like stronger than that. Takes some like serious time to be able to understand and like be okay that sometimes we're not okay. But if anything, fear and anxiety come from a place of interest. Besides like the fight or flight sort of like symptom that we kind of get, that's like almost crippling, where we're like, oh shit, like what direction am I going? Where am I going in life? What am I supposed to be doing? One thing that they don't tell you in your 20s is that most of that, I feel like, is a facade, because nobody really knows. Just as much as like when you were in elementary school, you couldn't really understand what it meant to be in high school, and in high school and college, and then college into the real world. You just never really knew what all of that truly entailed. You can take your best guess based on your own previous experiences, because like everything that we think is like solely based on what we've experienced. It's the only litmus test we have to compare it to. So to envision ourselves like being better than we currently are takes a lot of work. It feels delusional, it feels crazy, but I feel like taking those moments to envision like where you want to be and day by day, and like be in the future, or like even people that you admire, taking that moment to be able to like each day like constantly work or make consistent actions to move in that direction of who you want to become is essential. I feel like our minds aren't really capable of like envisioning what like 25 years would look like, 10 years would look like. So we have to do the work now, be true to ourselves despite the outside noise of what the world like constantly projects. Like, and I think that's why a lot of people are emphasizing like self-care, which is essential, but it's not just makeup and bubble baths. It's like truly being in a space of quiet and contentment, and asking yourselves deep questions about how do you want to live each and every day? What does your future look like? Are you moving in alignment of like things that matter to you? Are you grateful for the things that you currently have as you seek out more accolades or physical things? Because why do those things even matter to you? I feel like to live your most authentic life in your 20s is kind of an accumulation of all of these thoughts and questions. Okay, I think we're kind of good. Let me take down my hair, I think. Give it like a good... I got these like bangs, but I'm still figuring out how to style them. But I don't think it looks so bad. Okay, let's go. Okay, so we're in Coronado. It's an absolutely beautiful day. The palm trees are palm treeing and the sun is shining. It's super hot. I kind of showed up really late. They close at 3 now, 3 on the dot. They used to stay open a little later, this brunch place, but goes to show I should have got up a little bit earlier. One thing that I'm realizing is that like I'm trying to be outside a little bit more. I feel like it's so easy to fall into a routine of like doing the same things over and over again, and oftentimes I catch myself feeling like I want to go do this, I want to go explore this, I want to go hiking, I want to do X, Y, and Z, and I don't know why I push it off. I feel like there's a part of me that will always feel like, oh, I can prolong like my happiness or things that I want, like there's always like tomorrow, but there is literally not always tomorrow, there's today. And so I'm trying to be more mindful and like live the life that I've always wanted, to just be outside and explore and meet new people and be a part of like the San Diego like life or wherever I'm living. I think that I had like a small regret, and I tend to do that a little bit in the places that I lived. I lived all over the country and in Barcelona, and every time I look back in hindsight, I wish that I would have like explored the area a little bit more instead of like doing the regular things inside and living like vicariously through other people. So no more. We're gonna seize the day and find a new restaurant to enjoy. Okay. Oh geez, I'm like a little cut off. Let me adjust you guys a bit. I made it outside. Okay, so I ended up going to this Hiro place. I can never remember how to pronounce it, but I always say gyro, but I know it's not right. I think it's Hiro. And I ended up getting the traditional one, a lamb one. My boyfriend had recommended that I try this place out here in Coronado. And honestly, it is like the perfect California date. I don't know, I feel like part of living like your most authentic self or whatever is just being honest and truthful about like what makes you happy. And I'm always, my happiness surrounded by nature, being around open water, greenery, in a field somewhere, biking, walking, touching flowers, reading books. I actually remember my book today. I don't know if you guys have read David Goggins' book. He's like super inspirational. He used to be a Marine, like a Navy SEAL. And it's funny enough because he trained and did a lot of his training here on the Navy base here in Coronado, which I think is super funny. But I loved the first book so much. Maybe I'll make a video if you guys are interested. Let me know about my like spark notes or my main takeaways if you guys are interested in reading that. But I picked up the second one because I loved the first one so much. I'm about like halfway through. And I just wanted to come out here and like enjoy the sunshine. Could have put on a little bit more sunblock. I tried to stay covered a little bit and just read my book and then eat my sandwich. I got a water. Oh, the place that I went, so you guys know, the place is called Spiros Mediterranean Cuisine. And then the cool thing about these restaurants here is you can go take them and then eat on the green on the water. And then maybe later I'll take the ferry all the way into downtown just to like show you guys what that experience is like. It's tomato, tzatziki, Try a bite. Okay, let's review it. It's very good. I like how they shave the meat kind of thick. Normally it's like paper thin. It's good. I would say one thing is that it's a little greasy, which is like okay, but it's not maybe someplace to eat every day. I like, normally when I go to Mediterranean, I really like to get the falafel, but I wanted to try something different. This is a good idea. Perfect day, perfect food. California living. So excited. I got my ferry ticket. It's my very first time. I think we're just crossing over the water to the other side of San Diego into downtown. I didn't plan to be on a boat today, but I think that's the fun part about exploring and like forcing yourself to be outside. You don't know what opportunities will like land on your lap. And it turns out like the place that he had recommended, the restaurant, was right across from the ferry. So now I get to like extend my adventure even more. I'm really excited to like do something new. I feel like this is what being alive is about. It's an absolutely perfect day. I'm so excited. I can't believe that people still fly kites. For me, watching them was so nostalgic. I remember as a kid, we used to like build kites to be able to fly them outside. And I remember I was never a really good kite like flyer. They would always crash. It's probably because I didn't have a windy day. But unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, but like every time I think of kites, I think of The Kite Runner, that book. It's one of the most beautiful books I've ever read, but equally sad. Incredible character development in that book. Check that out. But it's like the absolutely perfect day. I just love to see everybody outside. I love to see families in the park flying kites. All the puppy dogs are outside. Everybody's lounging, drinking, enjoying the sunshine. It's definitely California. YouTube. Thanks. Okay, so in this lesson, bring a second battery. My camera's about to die. But I honestly am so happy I went on this little adventure. This is just the beginning. Figuring out whatever it is I need to figure out, explore a little more, live a little more. Today was absolutely perfect. See you guys next time. Bye.